Hey everybody, welcome back to Rick's Tech Talk. Today we're going to build a basket for all of our pool toys. We're going to make this out of PVC, so keep watching. So we're going to build a basket that's going to look like this guy here. And it's going to have mesh going around it, all sides, bottom, everything. It's going to be very sturdy. We don't have to glue these pieces together, because the plastic mesh pieces, when you zip tie them to the PVC, that's going to hold it together. And then if something breaks, take it apart and you can fix the broken parts. And the fencing material that we're going to use is UV protectant, doesn't have any sharp edges, so I think the sharpest thing in here is going to be your zip ties after you cut them. So you're going to want some special cutters. You're going to want some flush trim cutters, and you can get those at the hardware store, and I'll show you those in just a second. And I also have a list of all the parts that you're going to need, okay, all the PVC cuts, and on my sheet here you can see each one is numbered. So like number 1 here, we need 3 of those at 35 7/8. Okay, so I'll have these files where you can download them off my website, and you can build the same exact one. Or if you just want the idea, that's great. Make it whatever size you want, whatever fits your style. So let's go over everything that you're going to need for this. Now for tools, you're going to need something that can cut the PVC, and we're using 3/4 inch PVC. Okay, so you could get a cutter like this. Problem with this though is if you cut and then you want to trim it like a 1/4 inch, or I think even a 1/2 inch, you're not going to be able to use this because it's just not going to sit in there right. So this is meant to go, with a piece all the way through. Okay, so if you're just trying to shave like a small section off, it's just not going to work. It's just going to get all warped, and you'll have this funky end at the end. And then flush trim cutters. Okay, so what these are is they're just flat on the one side, and then the inside they're tapered, so you can get them nice and right to the edge of the zip tie. So if you use regular wire cutters for zip ties, you're going to have a sharp edge on the end after you cut them. That could start cutting your inner tubes and things like that, so you don't want to do that. Next thing you're going to need is a bunch of zip ties. Right now I have 100. I have no idea how many it's going to use, and we will find out. So I counted out 100 zip ties, and at the end we'll know exactly how many it's going to take for this. PVC. You're going to need some of this, 3/4 inch. You can buy it in 10-foot sections. If you buy 10 of them at Home Depot, you get a discount. So I think they end up being like $4.30 per piece or something like that. But I think you're going to need at least 7 10-foot sections of PVC. Then we're going to need a whole bunch of these fittings. I will put a link down below where you can get them. And let's see which ones we need. Okay, this little shape here, okay, it's like a 4-way, but then it comes out the side, so a 5-way, and we're going to need, it looks like 2 of these. I marked them just for the video. And then we need one like this. Okay, we're going to need 4 of these. And then this guy here. Okay, 4 of these. And then these. So a lot of these you can get at your hardware store, but the special ones like this, you're not going to get this at the hardware store. This is made just like a special project thing, and they call it for making plastic furniture outside. But these guys, you're going to need 8 of these. Okay, and I think that's it. I think that's all the fittings we need. Yep. And then you can go through, like I said, if you're going to build this exactly the same size as mine, we can get started. Otherwise, you're kind of done, right? You might just watch the video to help me out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps me out. So you can start cutting your pieces. Let's see what else we got. And now I'm going to show you one section. So we have one pre-made section for those people that really don't want to sit here and watch the whole video. I wish you would. This is one section already made. But we got one long section here, got your sides, and then your bottom. As you can see, we have a bunch of pieces in between. This is for bracing, okay? This is the floor side. And then the bottoms, like you could get little casters to fit in here if you wanted to. In my case, I'm putting little sections at the end to get it off the ground, so when the dogs pee, they're not peeing, you know, on the toys and stuff like that. And then this is how high mine will sit, kind of like this. Not a problem to reach in. You can always just kind of tip over the basket to get whatever you need, but that's it right there. And the zip ties are they're not sharp. Okay, so all these zip ties, nice and smooth, so they're not going to catch on anything and rip any of your toys. I also have our sections pre-cut. Okay, this whole thing's already been assembled, taken it apart. I'll put it back together for you guys. But these sections here are already cut out. The only thing I would suggest is that when you cut these, don't have the tabs kind of hanging out. You want to kind of cut them as short as you can, you know, like this, rather than little extension pieces coming out. And they will be a little sharp on the edge, but nothing should technically be, you know, touching those, because they're going to be zip tied to the PVC. You'll see here in a second. So let's get started. We have to build one other side. So we're going to take two number 2s. These are going to be our side walls. Oh, one more thing you might need is a mallet. And we also need a number 1. So we're going to need 2 of these guys, 3 of these guys, and then our tops. We just need 2 of these. And then we also need 1, 2, 3, 4 of the short ones, which I marked number 3. So that's our bottom, and we can just put it on the ground, get all the pieces to kind of flatten out, and then we can just, this is where you can kind of use your rubber mallet. Don't get too crazy with it. And then the funky looking ones, these are a 4-way. So one will go down, one hole will go up, and then a 90. And then we'll take our number, what are these, 2s to come up the side walls, and then the 3-way. Okay, so one comes this way, one goes that way. Okay, this is where you can take your rubber mallet. That's all you really got to do. Now, I really hate to measure these pieces, but I'm going to do it. Kind of tell you. Now, obviously, going this way, this is the factory end, so that's 3 feet exactly. This is the side that I cut, and I did 35.5. Now, I know I did 3 feet tall all the way around. So after you cut them, you know your factory end, because your factory end is going to be thicker in the top and the bottom. So that's like that. And this is the part that just it gets to be very time consuming. So we're gonna do, I'm just gonna guess, and we're gonna do one in the middle. And you don't wanna zip tie them up all the way until you're done. Okay, so I have everything all zip tied, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start kind of tightening. And you want to keep the same distance pretty much all the way around. And I got all my zip ties coming down on one side. Probably start with maybe, you know, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch right in there for a gap. All right, to finish up this section, now we're going to take our flush trim cutters and we are just going to get all the way up next to the zip tie where it's coming out. So now we're going to make one of the box sections, either left or right, doesn't really matter. So we're going to take like the number 4s, put those, that way the thing can kind of like stand on its own. Unless you got someone to hold it for you, then you can just continue putting them together. Okay, so we're going to do the number 4s on the top and the bottoms at least, and then come up and then do the top number 4. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on right now. So we need a couple of number 4s, 1, 2, and then we need number 2, 2 number 2s, which are these. That's basically the last of our fitting. So if you already done 2 sides, these are the last of the fittings, really. So I'll take my number 4. Put that down here like this, and that will help keep it up. And then these are number 2s going up. Easy there, buddy. Oop. And then again, you can take your rubber mallet if you want to. Just give them a little tap. This is our number 1, same as the side ones. Put that sucker in there. And tip this on its side like so. Now you can tell this is much higher than this side. I don't know if you can see that in the video. Looks a lot better. Okay, so now we're going to take the bottom supports, which, what did I call these ones? Number 3s, and a whole bunch of number 4s. And what I found best when I first did this is I'm going to put this, now don't forget this is that's a side. Side 1, side 2, whatever you want to call it. Left side, right side. It's a side piece. We're coming up, the other side will be up here. So we're going to take these guys, put these in, and we're getting ready to insert our other already made side. One thing I forgot to mention about the zip ties, don't buy those at the hardware store. Get those online. You can buy them in bulk. Amazon's probably even super expensive. I don't know. I did find a source about a year ago, and I bought thousands just because I do a lot of zip ties for Halloween, for my Halloween display. So make sure you buy in bulk. Now these ones they're long, so they're gonna bend. You don't even have to tap these in yet. I'm just doing it so they don't come loose on me and fall out. Rotate it so you can see from the camera angle that these are gonna bend. Okay, so they're gonna come around this bottom support. They're gonna kind of rest on that. That way it doesn't sag on the floor. Okay, now we're gonna take our other side and we're gonna work this guy on here. Probably get these ones in there really good on this side. And then you can start lifting these up. All right, so we're gonna do the floor first, and then we'll do our side walls here, our front and back walls. So we'll do the bottom first. Now, 58.5 is what I cut, and then again 3 feet. So I'm not doing anything fancy with that. And we will put this on the inside. And then once you get a couple of these in there, you can sit this down and just work on it on the floor. So I did like 4, okay? So if you were wondering, I only did 4 on that side. And then we can do some down here. I found it easier to work like this, upside down for this part. The only place you really need a lot of zip ties might be on the bottom in this section right here and in here, okay? Because you don't need anything here, but you don't want this to happen. You don't want this gap. So there's no support. The only support is your end. So a couple of zip ties. I have 5. I got 5 in this little section and then 5 over there. That's all you really need for that. So I have 2 pieces that go on the sides, well, front and back. One's 58.5, the other one's 59, so it's a ballpark area. You know, you're just gonna have to kind of figure it out. So I think I'm gonna set this up like this. And right now it could still separate right here in the center, could like spread apart. The bottom's not going to because it's all zip tied. And I think, and this is a matter of preference, do you want the PVC on the outside or inside? We're gonna go with the outside. Oh boy, we're getting there. It is a lot of zip ties. Another little tip is use black zip ties. I believe the black are more UV protected than white. All right, so let's get this last piece here put on, and then we can get it in the backyard. So on the sides here where I cut it, you know, the pieces are a lot smaller, so you probably don't want to yank it too tight. I just had one break over there. I would say the more that you have on the sides that you cut, the better. It will help take the stress away from the few zip ties that you have. So if you load it up with more zip ties on the side, it's probably going to be better. So it's all done, and I want you to take a guess and think of how many zip ties I used. And I'll tell you in a second. Now again, if you want this to be just maybe on a concrete patio, whatever, you could do that. Put coasters underneath. I'm going to put these little PVCs underneath and just kind of raise it up a little bit. It's a little wobbly. In my case, it's going in grass, so it doesn't really matter, but I can do this. So I mean, you just push them in a little bit harder. And everything is being held together by the zip ties and the mesh material. So you could put whatever type of material you want on the outside of here. All right, we're gonna finish up this video. I forgot to mention, well, I was about to mention, and then the camera died because it was overheating because it's a little warm today. It was 85 zip ties. So a package of 100 zip ties would get you by on this. The size of this, I didn't really mention how big it was, but I know it's 3 feet wide. It is 3 feet deep, and it is 5 feet tall. Okay, that's how big this thing is. So we're gonna put this out in the backyard. You can watch some video clips here of us putting it out in the back and shoving our toys in it. If you have any questions, hit me up. I will put some documents in the description. You know, if you want to follow this, you know, same pattern, same size, you can do that. And then I'll put down some links on where I got the materials and the overall price of this unit here. I'll put it up on the screen right here so you can see that. And if you have any questions, hit me up. But please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us out and keeps us going with content like this. So thanks again for watching, and have a great day. See ya.